Lueroi's Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Walkthrough, Part 26. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the main event. We're on the track to get to Fallarbor Town right now, if you guys remember from the last episode. And before we get started here, let's give the shout out of the day, and it's gonna go to Sleepy Slowpoke. And if you want a shout out in the next video, all you have to do is leave a comment below. It's that easy. And if you want, you can give a thumbs up, you know. Maybe subscribe, maybe Venmo me $5, I don't know. Whatever it takes, whatever you think's gonna get you a shout out. Speaking of shout outs, here's May yelling at us from across the route over here. And yeah, May's also on her way to Fallarbor Town. She's gonna go ahead and heal up your Pokemon, which I don't know why they threw that part into the remake, because we were just at a house with a lady that healed her Pokemon, but apparently May doesn't think that we were strong enough to get past the last 3 trainers since then. Now she's gonna mention someone named Professor Cosmo. We've heard this name before. This is this like super smart professor who researches meteorites, and he's in Fallarbor Town. Yeah, he was working on a project with her dad. Professor Birch. Why didn't you just call him Dad? You don't have to call him Professor Birch. The man is your father. But yeah, they're researching meteorites, whatever. We're gonna head over there. Yeah, no more dawdling. One last push to Fallarbor Town. So we're gonna have to go through, what is this, Route 113. Yeah, this is Route 113, and you're gonna notice that there's a bunch of stuff falling from the sky. This is because we're right next to Mount Chimney, so this is all the ash from the volcano just showering down. There actually are some cool wild Pokemon on this route. I'm gonna spray repel because I'm not interested. You can find Skarmory on this route, which is probably the best Pokemon you can find. It's a really good Steel and Flying type, and you already have the TM for Steel Wing to give him right off the bat. And Aerial Ace too, so yeah, that's gonna be a good Pokemon for your team if you're interested. You can also find Sandshrew, which is a very underrated ground type Pokemon. And of course there's Spinda, the stupid teddy bear that is worthless. Do not add it to your team, whatever you do. The thing sucks. But yeah, I recommend Skarmory and Sandshrew. Now you're gonna see a lot of these little areas of ash like that. Don't worry about them right now, but we'll talk about why they're important later. This youngster mentions that it's really cool around here, which I'm jealous of because I'm living in Arizona, and this is my first summer in Arizona, and it is the most brutal thing ever. It's like 192 degrees out here. Like, holy crap, I've never experienced anything like this in my life. This guy is a Trapinch, by the way. Trapinch is a Pokemon we haven't seen. It's a ground-type Pokemon. It eventually evolves into Flygon. And one thing you gotta be careful about, this thing has the Arena Trap ability, which prevents you from switching out to a new Pokemon. And I had Plusle up in the front, then I realized this Trapinch was gonna be out here, which would Arena Trap me, and I'd have no chance of taking it out. So, yeah, gotta watch out for that. It's kind of a weird Pokemon. It's really easy to kill, but it has super high attack stat. It actually gets lower attack stat when it evolves into Vibrava. You can catch it pretty soon in the game. It's in that desert route that we were just next to. Yeah, we'll take out this Electrike the old-fashioned way with a bite. And one thing that's great about Fallarbor Town for Mightyena in particular is I'm gonna get actually a couple of new moves. I'm gonna get the TM for Dig, which I'll teach him, and I can go to the Move Relearner, give him a Heart Scale that I've been saving up a lot of Heart Scales, and yeah, I can get the move Crunch on him. I think this guy said something about how the Volcanic Ash covers the sun, it stays cool around here or something. I don't know, I wasn't really reading it. By the way, you can find a hidden item here. It's an Ether. Don't forget that, right next to the Trainer Tips sign. And I'm not going to read that sign because it always gives me worthless advice that I already know anyways. But yeah, don't forget you can mob over here and find another trainer, which she's not in your direct route, but there's also an item next to her. Yeah, Fairytale Girl Franny. We saw one of these Fairytale girls in the last episode, and yeah, they're definitely new in this game, and she has a Kirlia, which is the evolved form of Ralts. And yeah, we've been fighting a lot of Ralts throughout the game, but we haven't found Kirlia yet. Oh, and check this out. This Kirlia has the Trace ability, so it's going to trace my Intimidate, which lowers my attack, which, that kind of sucks. I basically intimidated myself, lowered my own attack. So I don't know if this bite's quite going to knock it out. Because keep in mind, Kirlia, the Ralts line, they're Fairy types and Psychic types in this game, so Dark isn't super effective anymore. And that Lucky Chance is not going to do anything, so One more bite takes out the Kirlia. Yeah, it would have been cool to use Ralts, Kirlia, Gardevoir here in my walkthrough, because they get so much better in this game, and they get the Fairy typing, which is awesome, but I already used one in the original walkthrough of Sapphire. At level 24, you learn Assurance. Assurance has the exact same power as Bite, but it doubles in power if you got hit before you used it. So I'm not going to teach it to him, just because it doesn't really matter. Bite's nice because it makes him flinch a lot, and like I mentioned, I'm getting Crunch and Dig when I get to Fallarbor Town, so I'm not going to have room for it anyways. It actually is a very powerful move if you have a slower Pokemon, so it actually could be a move that comes in handy later in the game. I might want to come back and maybe think about giving it to him. But yeah, like I mentioned, there's an item right there. It's a Super Repel. Yeah, speaking of repels, we need to spray another one. And, yeah, actually, Mightyena just got up to level 24, so before I fight this next trainer, let's switch out, and I'll go back up to Plusle. Yeah, I was using Plusle in the last video, but then I ran into that Trapinch problem, so I had to switch him out. We'll give him another chance. Oh, you're not even a trainer. Screw you, kid. Oh, and snap, it's a Ninja Boy! Leaping out from the ashes. I don't get it, this guy just spends the entire day hiding underneath this big pile of ashes just hoping that someone crosses his path. Yeah, I think this is the first Ninja Boy that we have to fight in the game. And he just has a trio of Coughings, I believe. Yeah, Ninja Boys are, they're pretty cool. They're always hiding in secret spots and popping out at you. But yeah, if you're dealing with Coughings, always use your special attacks, guys, against Coughings. Physical attacks, not going to work so well. This thing has insanely high defense, so yeah, Electro Ball does a nice job. But actually, these Coughings are at a pretty low level, so you might not have trouble with them. Coughings are interesting because Poison types are only weak to Psychic and Ground, but it has the Levitate ability, so your Ground type moves aren't even going to work against this thing, so it's pretty much Psychic is the best way to go. And like I've been mentioning video after video, I am very, very close to finding the Psychic-type Pokemon that I've been looking to catch in this game. But for now, Electro Ball gets the job done against these Coughings. But we'll definitely run into some more challenging Poison types down the road, and my Psychic type's really going to help me out a lot with that. With honor, I admit defeat. Alright, so took care of that Ninja Boy, and let's continue on our way to Fallarbor Town. And actually, I think this girl has a, yeah, let me switch out of here. Plusle's not the guy I want. I think she has a Numel on her team, which is another ground type that Plusle can't deal with. So I'm going to go to Lombre. I use this Parasol to ward off the filthy, yucky Volcanic Ash from my dear Numel. Yes, I knew she had a Numel. That's how I remembered it. There's some dialogue or something that was ringing a bell for me. But yeah, if you're going to complain so much about the Volcanic Ash, oh, I need this Parasol to get rid of the Volcanic Ash, why don't you just leave the route? Just stop hanging out around here if you hate the Ash so much. But yeah, Numel's a Pokemon we've been running into a lot lately, and Lombre is definitely the best option for it. So we'll give him the old-fashioned Bubble. That's an easy one-hit KO. Water types are going to, you know, clean up all the Numels pretty easily. Huff huff, I am exhausted. Seriously, if you hate this area so much, just leave. No one's making you stay here. Alright, so this area right here, if you guys taught Secret Power to one of your Pokemon, you can turn this into a secret base. If you like areas that are constantly raining down Volcanic Ash. Here's TM32 Double Team. If you use this move, you are a complete noob. Please don't use it. It's actually really good. It raises your evasiveness, but it's kind of an easy way to cheat yourself out of some wins. Like, I don't know, it just makes the opponents miss all the time, which I think is kind of dumb. The volcano's eruption is proof that the world is alive! Yeah, we're actually going to be heading over to this volcano that's causing all this ash to pour down pretty soon in the storyline. Yeah, it's Mount Chimney, that area that we couldn't quite get up to yet because Team Aqua was blocking off the cable cars. But yeah, for now, let's go ahead and take care of this Aaron with a Bubble. And this is going to be great because I'm going to get up to level 24 and I'm going to learn Bubble Beam, which I've been really anxious to learn. It's going to be my best attacking move on Lombre. And it looks like, oh, I hate this move, Roar. It forces you out, so Yeah, it drags out a random Pokemon, and it's Popeye. I mean, it only has like 1 hit point left anyways, so anyone could have taken care of it. Even my Zigzagoon, my HM slave, could have done the job, but I'd rather my Combuskin get the experience anyways. But yeah, it's gonna hit 1 time, knock out the Aaron, and Green Marine, even though he's not even on the screen, is getting up to level 24. And I keep forgetting it's a she, not a he, but whatever. She's learning Bubble Beam, which is a nice move, definitely stronger than Bubble. And yeah, I'm gonna get rid of Bubble. I mean, why would you need Bubble Beam and Bubble? That's just kind of silly, right? That's one thing I notice a lot of people kind of... It's a mistake a lot of people make. They'll have, like, their Water-type Pokemon know Surf and Bubble Beam and Water Gun. Like, you don't need more than 1 move for a typing most of the time. So yeah, you don't need Bubble Beam and Bubble. And you got another item hidden underneath the pile of ash right here. It's a Max Ether, which we can probably make good use of later on in the game. And this place right here is the Glass Workshop. You can turn your Volcanic Ash into glass. What amazing technology. Now this is actually a great feature in this game, so you're going to want to talk to this guy, and he's going to give you an item called the Suit Sack. Now the Suit Sack, these big piles of ash that we've been seeing, you can run through those, and the Suit Sack will collect the ash. And it's counted by the grams in this game. So if you collect enough of this ash, you can come back to this guy, and he will make some really cool items for you. Now, the method for collecting the Volcanic Ash has actually changed in these remakes. You used to have to walk through the grass, now you just have to go through these piles of ash. And each one of them will give you a random amount, so you could get like 5 grams, you could get 100 grams, it's all chance. By the way, there is a hidden nugget right here, which you'll want to grab, because you can sell that at the mart for $5,000, which is awesome. I would actually recommend taking the time to run through these piles of ash. It's super easy, it won't take you too long. The guy in the house will tell you how much you have at a time. If you get to 250 grams of ash, you can get the Blue Flute, which is essentially a Poke Flute. It'll wake up sleeping Pokemon, and it has unlimited use, which is awesome. If you get 500 grams of ash, you can get the Yellow Flute for Confusion. You can also get the Red Flute for Infatuation, so these items are nice because you can use them unlimited amounts of times. I'll probably do it off screen. I kind of want to get the Blue Flute. I think it's the most useful. And holy smokes, we got another Ninja Boy hiding in the ashes. So yeah, I already walked through like 4 piles. Got some... Oh snap, it's Ninja Boy Lung! Why is your name Lung? No one on this planet has the name Lung except for this Ninja Boy. They always pick the weirdest names for people in Pokemon. I don't understand. Like, maybe I'm just not cultured enough. Guys, tell me in the comments, do you know anyone named Lung? Are there people in Japan named Lung? I've never met a Lung in my life. Alright, so he has a Nincada. Now, Bubble Beam dominated that thing. I'm going to look forward to using that some more, but for this Ninjask, I think I'm going to switch out back to Plusle. Now, Ninjask is actually probably the only Pokemon I'll find in this game that's faster than Plusle. This thing is insanely fast, so Electro Ball, the way it works is it's based on your speed compared to the opponent's speed. And since Ninjask is actually faster than Plusle, Electro Ball isn't going to be that powerful. So I'll use Volt Switch, and that's the move, Double Team right there, that we found in the TM earlier. It just makes you miss a bunch, it sucks. Luckily I'm not going to miss that time. Definitely an amateur move, only for rookies. Don't use that move. I'll never forgive myself for, hey, level 24. I'll never forgive myself for my 4-year anniversary challenge where I used Double Team a bunch against the Elite Four. I'll use my ninjutsu on you. Volcanic Ash Swirl. Whoa, man. What is this, Naruto? Damn, this kid is feisty. Trying to kill me with some ninjutsu. Anyways, don't forget to come up here because there is an item you can grab. It's a Hyper Potion, which heals up 200 hit points. I'm sure none of your Pokemon have 200 hit points unless you somehow have like a Blissey or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is the end of the route. So we're in Fallarbor. You got this little farmland over here, and yeah, you get to this nice little quiet town where you're gonna immediately run into May. Because let's not forget, she was heading over here, and she says there's a disaster. I've got to help her, I've got to come with. So yeah, holy crap, we already got some action in Fallarbor Town. So you're gonna be led into this house, and apparently Professor Cosmo, the guy we've been trying to meet, he got abducted by some weird guys calling themselves Team something or whatever. Yeah, so they're talking about Team Aqua. those shady characters. They abducted him because they're trying to use the meteorite that he's researching for all kinds of evil stuff. So yeah, apparently the professor's gullible. He just wandered off with them. They didn't even abduct him. They just tricked him. They're like, hey, come with us, Professor Cosmo. We want to check out your meteorites. And then, yeah, now he's like tied to some chair with, you know, duct tape over his mouth. So yeah, May's gonna go save Professor Cosmo. I realize this is an urgent situation, and I'll meet up with her soon, but, you know, whatever. It's his own fault that he got abducted, so I'll take my sweet time to go over there. There's a few things I want to do in Fallarbor Town. No more repels, but yeah, I'll probably just get started in the next video. This will be a good stopping point. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a thumbs up, give me a comment if you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys probably tomorrow for some more Alpha Sapphire. So stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Awkward silence.